have we can have it playback. All right, you're welcome to another time of how teachers can become high income tutors, how teachers can become high income international examination tutors. And I call it a practical guide to mastering and monetizing international examination. The truth about it is that this is one of the many channels that teachers can explore to actually improve their impact, their influence, and their income. There is a part of digital products. There is the part of there's a part of physical products. There's a part that even has nothing to do. Publishing is a part. We have different areas, but I believe that one of the areas really that can help a teacher, that can change the story of a teacher, is actually international examinations. And it's very, very important that, when this is one of the, will I say, easy to transition, easier done way that a teacher also can have things done. And I just think about it that maybe you are teaching in a school, a nursery and primary, or you are teaching in a secondary school, and you have been looking at, okay, so how can I take this thing to another level? Oh yes, how can I take it to another level? How can I do more, to be able to make me a master? And I believe that every teacher must have a very good plan of themselves. In fact, that's the foundation of doing this. Every teacher must work with a plan. It is not really very good when you don't work with a plan. You see, there's something we call career ladder, or there's something we call career plan. Oh yes, it's still very strange in teaching. Too bad that a teacher just think all I need to do now is to go to school, teach, and go back home. And possibly maybe I will do that till maybe I'm 55 or 60-year old. And then everybody will just be fine. But that is not a plan. That's not a plan. That's not a plan. I know you are developing the children. I know you are helping the children. I know you are educating the children. And sometimes teacher says the reward of a teacher is not in heaven. Well, I agree. I agree. But this is the time that you have to sit down and plan. A teacher needs to plan. Oh, yes. A lot of teachers that I mentor, they are shocked that the first time that I want to ask them, I ask them for their 10-year plan. I ask them for their 20-year plan. Because if care is not taken, you are just going to be about the daily activities. That will just be the only thing that you are going to be doing, thinking that that is all to do. But honestly speaking, that is not all to do. With your plan in place, there are so many things that you have to do. If you teach for 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions, you need to begin to look at it. What am I mastering? Oh, yes, that's what leads me to this training and what lead to the academy. What am I becoming a master at? Oh, yes, what am I doing right now that is going to make me a master? That after 10 years of doing it, somebody will call me from somewhere and say, we want you to come and speak. We want you to come and mentor teachers. Because let's say the truth, there will always be teachers. As much as there is always learners, there will always be teachers. And the new teachers are going to be needing mentorship or mentoring. You see, this is where it becomes very important. And this is where it's very key for everybody to know. There will always be teachers. So after 10, 15 years of teaching, and we call you to come and mentor younger teachers, what are you going to say to them? Which aspect are we even going to ask you to mentor that they will be able to listen to you? How are you going to prepare that mentorship package? How are you going to do it in such a way? And the number of people that think this way are not much amidst teachers. And I'm saying this as someone that has trained over 20,000 teachers. I have interacted with a lot of teachers to come up and to say this. So every time I have the opportunity to be able to do this, I always take it as a point of duty to ensure that as a teacher, you might not have done this before, But this is the time for you to sit down clearly, critically. Because if you don't do this, you won't see the need to say that, oh, do I really want to be an international examination tutor? Do I really want to groom children for SAT? Do I really want to groom children for IGCSE? Do I really want to groom children for 11 plus examination? You know, what do I even need that for? At least I'm teaching year 4, 5, and 6 in a school. I think that is enough. If the school is not paying me well, I will just go to another school that can pay, that can add something to that, and then I can move up. And then one day, let me tell you, it's not about one day now, it's about your plan. You can be very skillful without a plan. If you are skillful without a plan, it will affect you. Oh, yes, I can tell you that. No matter your skill, you must have a plan and you must work with that plan. So this led me to be able to say that, as a teacher that wants to plan things, that wants to master, you are conscious of your mastery as a teacher. You must be conscious of it. Very important. You have to be conscious of your mastery. It's not only planning. You have to be conscious of mastery. Oh, yes. What are you becoming a master in? What are you? And sometimes when I speak to some teachers and I see that for the past 8 years, there's no track of training, there's no track of certification, there's no track of one, something that can take them, that can improve how the value that people place on them. And then I'm asking, how far do you want to go in this education? Say, I like children. No, it's more than that. It's more than you like children. It is more than that. If you genuinely like the children, you will genuinely sit down and pay attention to mastery. Are you becoming a master in early years or early childhood matters? Are you becoming master in mathematics? Are you becoming master in languages? Are you becoming master in examination preparation? Are you becoming master in science? Maybe you are taking, all the science subjects. Are you becoming master in art? Are you becoming master in commercial accounting? You see, at the top level, at the top schools, nobody is looking for a generalismo. I've been in an interview before and somebody came who read accounting in school and we are looking for position for geography teacher. And the person said, oh, I will teach it. And then we said, are you sure? Okay, do micro teaching. And the next thing the person asked is, can I have your textbook? Can I have a textbook? I said, can you see the problem? So that means that you don't even know what you want to teach us. So that's what we are saying. That's what we are saying. If you are for accounting, you have to. In 5 minutes, you should engage us and everybody should know that, yes, this is master speaking. You see, one of the things about masters is that no matter how much they want to hide it, the nature of the mastery will bring them out. No matter how much you also want to fake it like you're a master, the nature of mastery will either find you out or deny you. And that's very important. This is why I always advise teachers. And let me say this, a lot of teachers grew up, developed, and came out of a culture where they wait for the school that employed them, that is paying them salary, to groom them. Oh, yes, that is another problem. It's another problem. Let me tell you, your life is your life. I am telling you, I don't care the number of years you have used in the school, but I can tell you this for a fact. Your life is yours. It is yours. The way you use it determines so much. It determines a lot. It determines a lot. So I'm saying this because I want everybody to, I want you all to pay attention to this that we are doing. That this is not a joking matter. This is actually taking you from where you are to where you want to be. Oh yes, where you want to be as a master and as someone that has a plan and as someone that will grow in impact and in influence. Impact and in influence. You see, when you grow in your career, you will grow in influence. Oh yes, you will grow in influence because the higher you go, the higher the people that you meet. The higher you go, the higher the people that you meet. So it is very important. And like I said, this is not the only path for growth. There are so many paths. But when it comes to the teacher coming out to say, yes, I want to grow, I am presenting to you another path to growth. You have been grooming WAEC students. It's time to groom SAT and IGCSE students. You have been grooming the primary children, It's time to groom them better. You have been grooming the early childhood using the EYFS curriculum. It's time to groom them using the Montessori. This is as you have to be willing, because I know what I'm saying. We are in the time and we're in the dispensation where whatever it is that you do right now is going to make a whole lot of difference. It's going to make a whole lot of difference. So the last class we were able to talk about some very important things. Oh yes. Um, please can you give me 1 minute? I want to be able to I want to be able to set this up quickly. Okay. So like I said, we talked about the internal tutoring and how it has been a gold mine and the skills that you need. Oh yes, all this. And really, if I want to start by talking about the income opportunities. Of course, we talked about it. Now, the roadmap to becoming an international tutor. What are the roadmap to becoming an international tutor? Number one is the foundation training. The first thing, because a lot of people have asked me and say, oh, actually, if we subscribe for this, oh, I want to subscribe for SAT training, or I want to subscribe for IGCSE training. Is that going to qualify me? Is that going to give me all the certificate? No, it is going to help you to have the foundation training. Look at that. The foundation training and the curriculum mastery. You can master the curriculum now in such a way that if any parent is actually open or is working on the child to write IGCSE or SAT, you can groom that child successfully because you know how to pass. Let me quickly say this. Those exams are complex, and the most important thing is that the more complex an exam is, the more the pattern needed. You see, the more the pattern needed. Sorry about that, everybody. Please, I'm so sorry. I'm really having issue with my network. Oh, sorry about that, please. Okay. So, as I was saying, so I said the roadmap to becoming um international tutor, you have the foundation training, you have the curriculum mastery, very important, and then the teaching practice in the sense that you can groom the learners. So you have a school, you have parents who wants to, and I believe that that's where you start from. It's not first about the certification. Of course, if you want to get the certification and you have the money, fantastic. But I believe that, the steps that you take actually follows this. So the foundation training, the curriculum mastery, the teaching practice, then certification, and then, you have the client acquisition. So that's where people begin to work for international community, work with educational consulting firms that actually groom children. And we have a lot now. I tell you, not even global platform. We also have our own indigenous space. We have our own indigenous platform. Yes, that really can help you, can bring you on board. You work with them. And then as you are teaching, based on the number that you teach, I mean, there are so many teachers now that goes home with money, as in Yes, and I'm telling you, and what they do, they work with platforms, they have their own platforms, and the story has been moving like that. The story has been moving, and it has not remained the same. And then also international placement support. The platform helps you to have international placement support. Very, very key and very key. Okay, so um, I'm introducing Oxtonia Academy, which is our own platform where we groom tutors to become international tutors, where we groom people to work with students and parents and schools that want children. Now, why international tutors? Two things. There are two objectives of that. Number one, there are some students that left Nigeria to United States, UK, Canada, Australia, all those places. You can groom some of these children, especially the ones that are in year 4, year 5, that they want to write 11 plus examinations, some that are in the early years and they really want to know, So, and these are very, very, these are markets. These are existing markets that what you need is to have good gadgets, a laptop connected to the internet, have your time. They have the time, you have their curriculum, and then voila, you are good. And then you subscribe, you get placement into registered platforms, and you are good to go. The second one are the people that wants to leave the shores of Nigeria to go and study in America. Those ones are studying in Nigeria, but they want to write SAT, GRE, IGCSE, GCSE. They want to write these exams. And this is where it becomes also very key. So you have two markets. You have two markets as a person. So our module here in Oxtonia Academy is to ensure that, number one, we introduce you to international education systems. This is one of our general modules. The second module is the SAT mastery. So each of these modules is each of the trainings. The SAT mastery handles that. And then we have the IELTS and TOEFL. This is also on its own. In fact, this one is not restricted to students in secondary school or in primary alone. This is also bankers that want to travel, people, professional people, university students, a lot of students that wants to run their masters out of the country based on the institution that they are going to. IELTS can happen, IGCSE and GCSE also. This is another set. Then we have A level. A level. Now, we have them like that in different category. Also, we have international baccalaureate curriculum. Yes, you want to be an expert in IB curriculum. Very, very key, very important. These are areas, GRE and GMAT. Oh, yes. Like I said, then online teaching tools, because by the time you master this subject mastery, we call them the subject mastery, you are now going to also, if you have been teaching online, you have been using online tools like, you are using Zoom, you can get online resources that you can use to teach, and you teach it perfectly. You can run a Google Classroom, fine. If you can do that, maybe all you need is just to master maybe IB curriculum, IGCSE and GCSE. Maybe that is all you need to do. But if you are not very good when it comes to online teaching, you have to also learn it. Then AI for tutors. These are the complementary courses that we actually use to groom people. Tutor branding and marketing, very important also. Oh yes, very, very important. And then client acquisition. How do you acquire clients by yourself? How do you acquire platform? How do you get into certain platforms? Very key. And then international job preparation. Now, from module 2 to module 7. So module 7 is GRE and GMAT. Module 6 is IB curriculum, international baccalaureate. Module 5 is A level, Module 4 is IGCSE and GCSE, Module 3 is IELTS and TOEFL, Module 2 is SAT mastery. All these ones are the subject mastery. You are going to learn them independently. That's very important. You are going to learn all these ones independently. Yes. So And the maximum you can learn per time is 2 of these because the mastery is very important. Our academy is in partnership with Study Switch. It's also a platform. You can go there, studyswitch.org. That Study Switch is where you practice. It's a study practice site where you practice all this, the GRE, the IB Corey, everything we're going to teach you, you're going to be practicing because it's about practice. You can only identify patterns with practice. No matter how good the instructor is, if you don't understand practice, forget it. You need to understand practice and how practice work. So that's what we have. So, but for the international education system, online teaching tools to this module 12, all these ones are the complementary. They also have their own independence. But let me quickly say this. The subject mastery takes 4 weeks, while this one takes just 2 weeks. Oh yes, and then the subject mastery, there are so many practice questions that you're going to have on the Study Switch platform. Yes, while the class goes on, you're going onto those platforms. You're going to have there's a tutor, there's AI tutor also there, apart from your tutor that is going to be training you for mastery. Because what we want to focus on is that you master it, and then you get to work with 1 or 2 people that you are going to prepare them for the. So sorry, please kindly bear with me. I think you are still following me on this. Okay, let me just continue. Okay. So like I said, we work with you for the subject mastery, and then we also work with you for the complementary, which involves online teaching tools. Now, the subject mastery is 35,000 naira per module. So if you want to go for IB curriculum, go for it. That's what I used to advise. Go for the IB curriculum if you want to go for it. If you want to go for GRE and GMAT, if you want to go for IELTS and TOEFL, yes, go for it. And that works very, very. In fact, let me try and see if I can if I can quickly get onto Study Switch right now. I want to try and see if I can really get to Study Switch right now so that you can see what I'm talking about. Please just follow me. Study Switch. I'm so sorry. Please permit me. The network can be somehow. The network is trying. I'm so sorry. Please, can you hear me? Please, can you hear me? Are you still with me? Hello? You can unmute yourself. Oh yes, okay. Thank you very much. I just want to know if you are still with me. Thank you. Okay, I'm trying to load the Study Switch. Oh my God, my network is okay. Fantastic. So please permit me. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so this is the Study Switch. This is studyswitch.org. Yes, this is studyswitch.org. This is where you get, to practice. Once you just go to studyswitch.org, you just sign in to practice. Of course, for you to practice, you sign in. It's going to ask you, this is my own. I'm already in, so it has my username. I want to just show you, this is what we are going to be doing. After the class, you come here to practice. And the amazing thing about this is that it's going to give us the real-time information about your practice. You have to practice for more than, I won't lie to you, you have to practice for more than, nothing less than six will I call it 600 hours. Oh yes. So this is it. choose your session format. If you want to practice with somebody, you want to wait for one online person also, maybe you are in the same class with, maybe you are doing SAT and you are in the same class. If you want to do that with somebody in the same class, if you want to do a 3-man challenge, you can do that. If you want to choose any room size where you are like 4 or 5, or you want to go solo, so let me go solo right now, So this is how practice is going to happen. Now, look at it. Whatever we teach you, you come here and you come and look for it here. It's going to show you what we want to do. Now, this practice also, this study switch has its own advantage, because if you want to even practice for grade 1 class, grade 2 class, grade 3, and all other even to grade 12, for example, for IGCSE, for example. So let me have it now. Now, this is where the real work is. Now, look at it. You will notice that you will see WAEC, JAMB, NECO, IGCSE, SAT. So let me use SAT as an example. Now, this is SAT. This is mathematics SAT. This is SAT English. And really, these are the subjects that you are going to have also there. So, for example, let's take mathematics. Now, this is what you are going to have in your SAT. It comes in the different topics that you have. You see the different topics here, and then you start practicing. So take, for example, let's take capacity and volume. Oh yes, capacity and volume. Then it says start game, and then you start like that. Okay. I'm so sorry, everyone. Please, I'm so sorry, so sorry. It's in a network. I hope you are still following me. So let me just go back to what we are doing. Okay, so this is what it's going to do. My internet. So it said find the volume of cylinder with radius 3 centimeter height, and then you just start. So you put it, answer to 1 decimal point, and then you have the number of seconds here. And then the major thing about it is that once you click an answer, I'm just clicking, I just click, it will tell you the right answer and go to the next thing, another 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to practice. Now, Coach Wale, why are we having this? Because this is how we prepare children for the exam. So, and this is how you are going to prepare. Now, once you are doing this, it's already registering your practice. It's already registering it for you. Oh, yes. So your individual practice, just like I said, and once it's done, it will tell you the answer. And then it goes to another one, because this is how the exam they write. This is how they write it. So this is a partnership between Oxtonia Academy and Study Switch. As you will see, there is NECO there, there's JAM there, there are different exams that you can write there, and all these exams are peculiar to the exam that we write. This is how we gain mastery of this thing. So please permit me, let me stop this at this point so that we can go back to what we have. Okay, so, and the beauty of this is that at the end is going to give you, and not just you, is going to give us all, because once you subscribe, we are going to automatically subscribe you to this Study Switch platform. When we subscribe you to this Study Switch platform, it gives you access to that platform for more than 3 times. You can only access, if you don't subscribe, you can only access that platform 3 times. After 3 times, you cannot go anywhere again. But once we subscribe you as our student, you have free access to practice on that platform. And the reason for that is because we can monitor you as our students. If you don't get to certain hours, you cannot qualify for our certificate. You cannot qualify to have finished in our academy. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. So let me go back to what we have. Okay. So the international job placement, just like I said, is the fact that in fact, while you are doing this, we are going to render these services for you. Number one, if you subscribe for any of our master program, because this on its own is a product of the academy that we do for people. If you don't subscribe and say, Kuchwale, what I want you to do for me, I want you to help me review my CV. I want you to help us to optimize my LinkedIn page. I want you to help us to do our tutor. I want you to help me as a tutor to develop my profile. Oh, yes. Oh, Kuchwale, I'm trying to get jobs, international jobs. I want you to give me a mock interview. What are the things that they are going to ask? Simulate it. We'll simulate on Zoom like this, and we are going to be telling you the things that you should watch out for. We're going to be giving you questions that they ask, so that you can paste that interview and bring that interview to yourself. Then referrals to partner organizations. In other words, there are so many partner, both local and foreign. There are so many partner organizations that we have where we can refer you as a master. You have passed through us, and also international school vacancy alert. Once you put up for any of our thing, we register you into our international community, an academic community. So on that community, school vacancy alerts is what we drop. For example, there's a Nobel House that grooms people for IGCSE right now, looking for teachers. They are not even looking for IGCSE teachers. They are looking for people that can be groomed. So international school, I'm talking of international schools. I'm not talking of, anybody can start a school and say, I'm international school. International school in this context are schools that actually groom students to, do their university outside the country, their college, or any other platform. So I think I talked about the skill needed, to become an international tutor. So this certification academy officially begins on Monday. Oh yes, on Monday, this officially begins. So to subscribe or to join us, you just go the number on the slide. You send me a message, and we take it up from there, where we let you know, okay, so to start, you are going to talk about the subject that you want to master, or the module that you want to master. Do you want to do SAT? You want to be a master in SAT? You want to be a master in IGCSE? So that's, you subscribe to that. That is 35,000 naira per module for 4 weeks. Or someone says, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be introduced to international education system. I want to know how to online teaching tools. I want to know how to pace. I want to know how to do international job placement. It's a training on its own. Very, very key. It's a training on its own. So those ones, it's just for 2 weeks, and it's just 10,000 per module. Client acquisition is separate. Tutor branding and marketing. How can I market myself as a tutor? Oh yes, so that people, how do I use AI as a tutor? Because let me tell you, in this work, AI is your best friend. I am telling you, AI is your best friend. In fact, that AI for tutor, I recommend it to everybody. Even if you are subscribing for a GRE or high international baccalaureate, or you are for IGCSE, there are so many things that AI can do for you now. It's your best friend right now. So any of those complimentary that you want to subscribe for is 10,000 naira, and it's for 2 weeks. But the main ones, which are module 2 to module 7, they are 35,000 naira per one. Oh yes, and it's for 4 weeks. So thank you very much. If you have any question, please unmute yourself, or you can put the question in the comment section. Let's have questions right now. Thank you, everyone. Question. If you have any questions around this, please let's have it right now. You can unmute yourself and speak, or you can drop your question in the chat section. I will respond to it.